What's up guys, Logan here with another video. We have a really big surprise. We have a friend of ours car here. We wrapped a while back and we're actually gonna be doing the removal process on it. So before you guys see it, I wonder if you guys can guess what car it is. But let's go take a look at it. So it just arrived. We've got the transport truck out here now. And let's go see what we're working with. So here it is. Wait, that's not.
No, this is what we're unwrapping. This is your color though.
It is, exactly. Exactly. Well, the hue's slightly off.
Slightly.
So we're just gonna unwrap it.
That?
Yeah, exactly,
Right.
exactly.
The question is, what color is it underneath? Well, look guys, Bugatti Veyron. So James the Stradman has sent his car down to us for full removal. We wrapped this car a few months back. The intricacy of removing all the panels is very, very hard on this one. So he sent the car to us. We're gonna go through and remove all the vinyl on it, disassemble, reassemble obviously, and then maybe eventually you'll see it in his signature color. No guarantees on that one though. What do you want on the spec? The quarter panel?
This shit up there. Tungsten gray.
That's a good way to put it.
That's a good way to put it. But it's a two-tone. There's another color coming very, very soon. Check that out. The matte black as we know it ceases to exist. It almost has like a bluish hue to it. No?
So this is actually Jason's very, very first time removing film on a car ever. We've tried to get him to do this in the past. He never hasn't done it. No, don't allow him to say that.
I've removed it on my own car before.
Ask him for video proof, because there's zero. Now we have video proof. He's actually removing a hood for the first time.
That's on my car.
Yeah, no pressure, no pressure.
Oh, there's
Don't mess up, don't mess up.
Did you remove a full panel?
Go back to the office.
All right.
Nice.
So just gonna show you guys some projects we have going on while the Veyron is getting torn down. So I showed you guys this in the last video. So 570 bore center kit is now installed on it. We're gonna be starting the vinyl wrap on it tomorrow. We have a Porsche 911, I believe this is a GTS, going from red to satin black. This customer did decide to do door jambs as well with an optional stripe down the center. So the next video, you guys will be seeing this getting wrapped and some other teardown aspects on that. Mercedes SUV getting done in satin black. We have an SB coupe, showed you guys this in the last video as well. This is going full stealth clear bra. So it's really cool to have these two cars side by side so you guys can see the difference in this. So this is a satin black vinyl wrap and this is a stealth clear bra. So a lot of people ask what the difference is or why do one over the other. So vinyl's main job is to change the color of your vehicle. Its main job, its main job is not to protect the paint. Now it is obviously adding some kind of protection, but not the full level of protection that a paint protection film offers. So Expel Stealth 8mm thick will take any original color and make it a frozen or a satin look. So this car being gloss black to start, with the stealth clear bar goes satin black. For example, if we were to do this E63, take a look at this color. Very, very nice blue on this car. If we were to put stealth clear bar on top of this, you would end up with a frozen blue. We do have a Tesla Model Y, also getting stealth clear bar. So this car was gray or gloss gray originally. As you guys can see here on the mirror, we have gloss gray. With the stealth, it's going to be throwing it to a satin gray or a frozen gray. Another project we're doing here in Stealth is the new Corvette C8. What do you guys think of these? I really, really like them. I think giving it the next couple months or a year or so, this car is going to be a monster. Not only is it going to be a monster with just the base model, but as we get further into generations with the Z06, maybe the Zora or anything along those lines, that's pretty wild. So same thing, Expel Stealth. So going from gloss silver to a satin silver, very, very nice. Certain colors work very, very well with Stealth. So whites, blacks, silvers, and grays. Once you put Stealth on them, they emphasize the body lines very, very well. So just finishing up on the Koenigsegg Regera over there. That's getting sent back to our friends at Koenigsegg at Newport Beach tomorrow. Let's go see how the guys are working on the Bugatti though. So we're making our way back over here. The guys have been killing it removing the vinyl on this car. We're going through the teardown aspects. You can see the film is removed off the door. Really cool thing about this car is it's actually a two-tone. So you have the light silver here and then the dark gray on the back half of the car. Bugattis are very, very unique. You have that C aspect that transferred from the Veyron to the Chiron, which is really, really cool. So we'll let them get away with removing some more film and we'll be back shortly. So as you can see now, they do have the back piece kind of dismantled so we can remove the film that was tucked underneath. During the install process, we do remove this piece. That way the film is properly tucked and whatnot. That just has a little bit more of a dismantling when you go to remove the wrap. So you can see that we have that handled now, going through and removing that final bit of film.
So guys, as they're unwrapping Stradman's Bugatti in the back, we are going to give you another update on Project R8. I'm really excited today because I just got the car back. We had our friends at Pacific German go through and do a maintenance on the car. Did the infamous carb cleaning on it, which is notorious on the V8 R8s. Had that done. They went through and redid the new OEM fuel pump and timing seal. So car's running great. I'm super excited. Big shout out to Pacific German. I'll definitely be going back to them for some more maintenance on the car as the time comes. But for now, it's the exciting part. So kind of tying off of Stradman's Bugatti, that was a huge accomplishment for him. We're really excited. We know he's been wanting the car for a long time. He's been chasing it for years, and getting to the subscriber count where he's at, really hustling and working over the years, putting the time every day is awesome. So congrats again, James. You deserve that car, and we're excited for the build. Can't tell you anything about the build. He let us know a little bit of what his goals with the car, so it's going to be really exciting. So back to the Project R8. For me, this is a huge accomplishment for myself. It was a personal goal to get a supercar by the age of 30. I did it literally 2 days before I turned 30. And I know the R8s are not the craziest cars in the world, but it's a great platform for an entry-level supercar, which again, I know a lot of you guys have looked into either buying, or a lot of you guys have already done builds on. So for me, it's a huge accomplishment for myself, and I'm really excited to bring you guys on the journey. So without further ado, we're gonna go over the build. So let's go out to the car. Again, this is a 2009 Audi R8 V8. The car is a 200 car, all stock. So I bought this car 3 months ago, drove it down from San Francisco. Cars are all nice and well sorted, clean, but it's stock. You know, the cars are they're okay to drive stock. I've gotten used to it now. I've been daily driving the car. I've taken it out through a couple canyons. We've done the pista drive, a few other drives with it. So overall, I'm really impressed with the stock performance. But now it's time to kind of make it our own and really put a Jason or a PFS twist on the car. So again, car is completely stock, black on black. I like black cars. I know it's a really hard thing to maintain, but once we do our kind of work on it, adding paint correction, ceramic coating, PPF, vinyl wrap, window tint, everything, we're gonna get it all dialed in, and it's really gonna make the car look like new. First thing that we're gonna be doing on the car is low, but we need it lower. So we have a set of coilovers on the way, custom set up, did a lot of research, late nights, looking on the forums, trying to see how I can dial it in, and we have a set of coilovers on the way. I'm really excited for that. The next thing around the car does come with some factory 19-inch wheels. We're wrapped in some Michelin tires. So we are actually gonna do something different on the wheels. So a lot of people like to go bigger on R8 wheels or exotic car wheels, supercar wheels. Usually the reason for that is that the visual look, it kind of gives the look of like release cars, big wheels, low, it looks good. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm actually more a fan and really hooked on a race car on the street. Race cars have smaller wheels, thicker tires, thick sidewall, so that's the direction I'm going to be going in. So not going to tell you guys what wheels we went with yet, but just know it's going to be different than the rest because we're going to go for more of the function look and feel in the car, make sure the car's dialed in, doesn't scrape, but it's going to be on the ground. So we're going to be starting with the coilovers, wheels and tires. I have all those on order right now, so next week they're coming in. Going next to the aero on the car, the Audi R8 it's a good looking car as is, but there's a lot left to be desired on the car. As you know, it has an automatic wing that pops up. I think it's right around 60 miles an hour. Pops up, kind of cool. I know it provides a little bit of aero, but we need more. So with that, you can't just go and throw a wing on the car and call it a day. You can if you want it to look a certain way, but if you're trying to get the car to be well balanced and it's actually functional, what you want to do is you want to balance out the front end. So we are going to be adding a fixed wing on the back, but also we're going to be doing a front lip to kind of tie it in. We're also going to be doing something with the side blades. So the V8 side blades are notorious for just be kind of boring because there's no additional scoop. So a few options to go on that one. You can do the V10 optional side blades, which extends it out a couple inches. I really am trying to go the GT3 route on the side blades. It goes even more. It gives such a wide appearance. It lets in a lot of air. And I think that's going to overall give a good feel for not only front and rear aero, but side as well. So I'm going to be working my hardest trying to get a hold of the LMS side blades. It's not easy. And if you guys have searched the R8 forums, you know that there's very few companies that have access to them. So that's going to be a huge goal of mine. The second goal for LMS part is going to be the mirrors. These mirrors are terrible. Maybe it's just me, I'm not a fan. It looks like little pinched ears on the car. I need to change these out. So I'm thinking on these also tying with the LMS mirrors to make it flow a little bit better and kind of streamline the look of the car. Kind of coming back up to the front again, the grille, I'm not a huge fan on the stock grille. Audi makes it so there's a placement for your front license plate. Nothing wrong with that because it is black, so it kind of hides in, but we want to go and do the grille delete, similar to Project Aston, gives it more of an aggressive feel, lots more flow into the front, so that's going to be swapped out as well. That's on order and it's on its way as well. The next thing on the car after that, at that point, is probably going to be getting the sound better. So on the stock Audi R8, the sound, it's quiet. So you guys have seen a lot of videos. That's one of the first things to go on the car. So we are definitely going to be swapping out the exhaust. If you know some of my previous builds, you know I go custom on it. So on this one, I'm really pushing for the GT3 center exit exhaust. What that means, come over to the back. What that means is center exit's got to come out somewhere. So license plate's got to go. So in order to accomplish that goal, you really got to do a few things. You can either hack up the stock bumper, which I do not want to do. I want to make everything OEM and keep it in the best possible condition for potentially the next owner or whatever goal I decide to go in. So what I'm going to be doing is sourcing a stock rear bumper. We're going to go ahead and cut it up and modify it to fit the center exit exhaust. And ideally, we are going to do something right here where that license plate goes and tie it all in with a rear diffuser. Rear diffuser is still unsure what direction I'm going to go in. Trying to keep it functional with the GT3 style, but if it's too aggressive, it's not going to flow properly. We'll match up with the wing in the front. So that's really the last thing I really got to decide on, but everything else is kind of getting dialed in at that point. We've got new air filters going in, and then the last thing really for engine and performance is the tune. So we have worked in the past with our partners at VF Engineering. Nick has an insane shop over there. They did a great tune on our 570, and I want to keep it in the family and go over there. So what we will be doing is once we get the exhaust on the car, we're going to get the car dialed in, send it over to VF, probably do some filming with them, and we're going to do the ECU and TCU tune. What that'll do is net a little bit more horsepower in the car, but it's going to improve throttle response, over rev. It's going to make the shifts a lot quicker, which is something that a lot of R8 owners don't like on the R-tronic transmission. So what it does is it makes it quicker shifts, similar to the S-tronic like DCT. Not as close, but it gets closer, makes it more of a better feel for shifts. So I'm excited to do that. That's it on the engine. I want to keep this thing as reliable as possible. The V8 R8, unless you go forced induction, you know there's a power limit on it. 450 horsepower is really where it's going to be at. So at that point, I'm going to lighten up the car with the exhaust, the wheel suspension, maybe a two-wheel drive conversion, but whole goal of it is make it light, make it look good, sound good, feel good, and make it reliable. At that point, obviously the biggest thing for what we do here, being PFS, is decide on a wrap, and that's where we'll need your guys' help. But we're probably gonna be a couple more months out from that. So anyways, I'm really excited that you guys are here. I'm excited to start the journey on this car, and I finally have the parts on order to start the build, and the car's back and ready to receive it. So again, appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for watching. Congrats again to Stradman. Thank you for bringing the car to us. We're excited to see the next phase after this. And stay tuned to see how the R8 goes next. And we'll bring in new parts that are being shipped right now. So subscribe, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next video. Peace.